Hello, everyone. How is it going? It is a Good Friday, which means no work today. So I figured now's a good time for us to try out Heading Out. This game kind of reminds me of Road 96, which is why I picked it up. I think I picked it up like last year, but I haven't had a chance to play it yet. And since we finished the Long Dark episode 5, on Wednesday, I figured why not just use this as a transition game. I think after this, I'm gonna start Star Ocean. Um, there's only 3 Star Ocean games available on Steam because I don't have a console to play it on. So, gonna do them in chronological order. So it'd be Star Ocean, The Last Hope, then Second Story, and then Divine Force. Those are the only 3 that are available on Steam. So yeah, that's kind of like my plan for later. For right now, though, we'll go into this. I did play around with the settings a little bit, and I did read up a little bit on it as well. Basically, there's like police chases, you make decisions, you have to like outrun the fear. Um, and you're basically like an outlaw, I suppose. You make decisions. It's a narrative, kind of like black and white comic style game. Um, and I'm kind of focusing more on the narrative uh, for difficulty. So I kind of like want to like have more of the story than dealing with all the chases. If I end up like really liking it, then we can play it again and doing a little bit more of a one of the more difficult um, difficulties. But for now, all right, Act One. Um, let's change our name to Lumi. We'll change that to narrative. We only have, oh, so you can unlock different cars. That's cool. And it looks like there's 4 acts in total. Okay, that's not too bad. All right, let's head into it. Heading Out is a game about a road trip. Listening to the radio is an essential part of it. Your answers will help us customize the radio broadcast and make the experience more personal for you. If you don't want the radio host to discuss issues you find sensitive, choose random answers. Thanks and have fun. Okay. So First Love. Um, doesn't matter. My relationship status is single. Greatest regret. Um, I don't actually really have any regrets. Um, I mean, there's like no betrayal. I mean, I am kind of cowardly, I guess. So I'm just gonna do this one. I'm a big old chicken shit. So whatever. We're not all brave and everything. Okay, we'll start with that. Kind of interested to see how this turns out.
There's speed, a blinding glare, a car crash, the final roar of an engine dying, the pain, then you die.
All right, starting off
You
like...
wake up in your car. That dream again. The accident. It felt so real. The phantom pain of every fake injury pulsates through your body. The radio turns on by itself, snapping you back to reality. Dean Spencer's familiar voice drowns out the sound of your heart pounding.
As the Canadian Civil War enters a critical phase, the U.S. government decided today to close the Mexican border to minimize the risk.
The news is disturbing, but also somehow comforting. You've heard it before, but there's no time for a break. That thing after you, it's getting closer and closer. You take a deep breath. Focus. There are two things you know for sure. First, you need to run. Never slow down. Never stop for too long. Your fears are chasing you, and once they catch you, well, that's the end of the line. Second, you've got things to do. To challenge and defeat the greatest driver alive. The legendary... what's their name again? Never mind that now. That's your goal. Now, run.
Damn, just hook you right in at the very beginning. Why not? Why don't you? Yep, okay. We're so gonna have to get used to this. I'm not stopping! What do you mean? Damn it. Motherfucker. Get out of the way! Alright! Bro. Out! This car is going to be destroyed. Damn. I knew it. I knew it. No, 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 no. See ya.
Hold on. This is it, folks. This
Not.
is the hero we always needed but never deserved.
Okay,
The
that
US
was
city in a state of
crazy.
fucking paralysis because this chick just made the grandest entrance of her life. And I don't care that you're all so convinced she's a dude, because that dude's a chick. Mark my words. She's like a jackalope. The interstate jackalope. Ooh, that has a nice ring to it. Hear that, American Press Association? You should hire me. Actually, no, don't. Oh, a cookie! Guys, I just found a cookie! Been looking for you for a week, buddy. Oh, yeah. Oh, mother of God. That's delicious. It's like tasting sunshine. Shut the fuck up, Chirpwood! I'm tasting sunshine!
Oh my god. Run away from the city. Fame gained. Escape your demons. Perfect. I don't know how that was perfect, but yeah, sure, okay. I'll take it. Damn. I would have figured it would have been terrible.
Trying to calm your breath. They didn't get you. Not this time. What did that girl nickname? People fall in and out of love all the time. Feelings come and go. Ever since then, you've stopped believing in love. But it is what it is. Time to go.
Alright, so this would be our fear. Alright. We need to figure out where to go. Okay. Okay. Got it.
You meet Jake next to an immobilized Greyhound bus. When he asks for a ride to his own funeral, you can't exactly refuse. His foster parents just about tolerated him. They didn't even notice when he ran away 3 weeks ago. When a hiker discovered a little person's body completely mauled by a bear, everyone assumed it was him. Jake offers you his driver's license. Don't need it anymore since I'm dead and all. Still need cash, though. It'll take a bit of work to fake it, but you're pretty sure the cops will fall for it.
Why not?
Terrible storm forces you to slow down. You see a bizarre scene. A man running across the field pushing... Wait, is that a shopping cart? His mother's name is Anita. She's calm now, but used to be unpredictable. Tried to hurt James when he was 8. Now she's got maybe a month left. Cancer. James wants to show her the world, rewrite the past before it's too late. After the storm, he dropped them off at a bus stop. That's when James realizes he's lost his wallet. He needs money, so he offers up Anita's meds.
Okay.
Who am I to tell you how to live? Steve freaking Landry, a true American, a devout Christian, a patriot, a father and a husband, an entrepreneur who created the most powerful conservative talk radio in the country. From scratch. Congressmen, senators, lobbyists, presidential candidates, TV evangelists, media personalities, actors, producers, everyone knows who Steve Landry is. They're listening right now, along with 3 million other Americans. A proud white American with a gun and strong conservative views. That's who I am, you left-wing scum. Your worst nightmare.
All right, let's explore. Amazing. Okay. So we need to get to here. Let's see. Possibly some money along this way, so let's go this way. Oh, okay. Oh, we'll see how this goes. Of course, we could try and like run them off the road. That's also an option.
Speed doubles on the radio. Let's see who's faster.
No!
Hey, where are you? We're still racing, aren't we?
Bro. We're so not gonna do it. Damn. Okay.
Eat dirt, sucker!
Damn it.
You wanna play hardball? What? When? How did you do that? Wait! Damn, you're...
Yeah.
I'll get you next time.
Nice.
Let's talk about the facts of the 1969 Woodstock Festival. The only thing we know for sure, there's still much to uncover. At least 28 deaths covered up by the promoters. Even I, a humble radio host, have the testimony of a witness whose cousin knew a man who saw with his own eyes. Junkies in suits tossing corpses over the fence so the police wouldn't be able to pin anything on Woodstock. What else? A literal drug bazaar, open around the clock where they serve free LSD to adolescents. Reports of a profane orgy for the glory of Cthulhu himself. The documented appearance of at least one lizard man. Oh, and Adolf Hitler, though it's still unclear whether he was in his human or lizard form.
That's what happens when you finish the game. You can stop playing it. 80% style. Uncatchable. Nice. Nice. All right. We got to keep going. You gain the next fame level. Increasing your fame level lets you race for higher rewards and unlock occasional story choices. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Fine. Excellent. Ooh. That was close. This is called heading out. I don't know if you've ever heard of like, okay, well, it's not exactly like Road 96, but it was like similar enough that I decided to pick this up. Basically, you're like an outlaw. You'll see like the red line behind me, and that is like your fears chasing you. So you need to outrun your fear, but you also want to get to the person at the blue dot to have a race with, and then there are story choices along the way. There are police choices. It's kind of like set up as like a black and white comic kind of style. So yeah, it's you, the open road, your car, and the choices that you make along the way. It's kind of interesting. So there's police chases. You can race other people. You can choose to be like a complete and total outlaw. You can have like a good reputation, like whatever you want.
Could circle around the broken billboard, but these boys shouldn't be here. It looks like it could fall over any second. You try to reason with them, but they're pretty determined. Turns out the woman in the commercial is the mother of one of them. Left Tommy when he was just 4 years old. Father used to beat her. And now, Tommy can't stand looking at her like this. He has to do something. You understand the intent. Better do it fast before someone gets hurt.
Alright, so we got to here.
Folks say it's an unnatural way of living. They, on the other hand, feel wrongfully judged.
So based on your choices, it'll always be like a little bit different every time, considering like how much you want to explore before you get to like where you're going, and then how you choose to navigate the map. So there'll be like different things that happen along the way. So kind of like up to you how you want the story to progress.
Why can't everyone just leave them be? You could just keep on driving, but looking out the window, you see this woman staring at you. Are all these kids hers? She approaches the fence, eyes wild. Why do you keep harassing these poor children? She screams. But it sounds fake. When she gets closer, her demeanor changes. She takes out a thick envelope from her dress pocket. Could you, please? She nods at the mailbox right across the street.
All right, so we need to get to here. Hopefully we can rest soon because I need focus.
Are American roads becoming racetracks for criminals?
Yes.
Not only continues to evade American law enforcement, but also engages in racing competitions on our very roads. It appears they are willing to disregard any speed limit in order to beat their opponent.
Damn right.
Ask all drivers to remain vigilant and immediately report any jackalope sightings to local authorities. And so the high-speed chase that gripped the entire country continues, with no finish line in sight. Dean Spencer, TN Daily.
I figured this would be like a good transition game until like I get to, I think I'll probably start Star Ocean tomorrow, but I really wanted to try this. All right, we can finally rest up. I need a favor. All you 16, if you take this to Fargo, North Dakota. Okay. We'll only do 4 hours. There we go.
Not many things in this world beat bacon and eggs. Unless the meal gets interrupted by Claudia Cardinale, casually seating herself at your table. She orders fries. Oh, the day she's having. Recently, she has invested in an Amazon milk frog farm.
What?
They were reproducing so fast that some had to be moved to the attic. Soon they were everywhere. Everywhere. Jumping out of toilets, lamps, cupboards. One hid in a cereal box. Ate itself to death. Oh, and they're poisonous. Claudia's fuming. What's she to do? Suddenly, you wake up. It was just a dream. But wait. What was your advice?
Oh, the frogs. Okay, so we need to get up to here. We can go this way and that way, or we can go this way and up that way. Okay, we can earn money that way, but I'm gonna go this way.
Fuck's sake, Pete. I'll buy her that damn fridge. But Frankie... Geez, stop busting my balls, will ya? These two wise guys don't seem to notice you until you accidentally step on Pete's shoe while passing by. It's Italian leather, he barks while taking out his gun. Everything happens so fast. Painful blow to your stomach. Frankie yelling, "Ah, you broke my fucking nose." Pete's raw fury. Then the gun goes off. You run to the car. Frankie falls to the ground, bleeding. Pete's running away.
You're listening to Rainbow Revolution, your favorite pirate radio
Slow
station
down
with
just
your
at the
favorite
right
host,
time. Oh my
me,
god.
Riley. I'm like the best host there is. For real. How do I know that? I checked. All the others will bore you to death. Oh, we're going to have a good time together. We can talk about anything. There's only one rule: no bullshit. So get ready. Mama's going to pull your guts out and feed them to the chihuahua. It's time for a revolution, assholes.
Okay. Damn it. I don't have to focus for this. Okay, song time 33:55. Okay, great. Great. There's two of them. I'm gonna lose. Maybe should have gone the other way.
This is the pursuit unit. We're chasing the suspect.
Yeah. Bro.
We are close enough. Time to arrest the perp.
Let me out! Let me out! Did they leave? See ya!
This is the police. Pull over immediately.
Damn it! That car was in my lane.
Get back to your lane, you idiot. That's all you got, Jackalope. I'm not impressed. Were you asleep? You could have hit me.
Oops.
This driver is a lunatic.
You're darn right I am. Damn.
On the air, 1, 2, 1, 2, air on. Stephen Black, two sugars, cooking famous. Hello, hello, folks. Joylene Somerset, and you are listening to Simple Living FM. Looking for house maintenance tips? We'll find them here. Business advice? Not from me. Hope to hear one of my cooking lessons. Or too late for that. But if you want to know personal details from a middle-aged woman's life going through a divorce, well, then you, my friend, have tuned into the right place. And if you suck a stick around, then
Lord. Okay, we're so gonna need to, like, escape the police chase before the song ends. Hell yeah! My style was 100% perfect. Booyah! Okay, we really need to sleep though because like we have like zero focused. Okay, that works for us. Could have also stopped the fear too, but I'm gonna need to focus more.
Clouds of steam and smoke, roaring engines, a smell of oil, cheap beer, and good grill. You used to love these places. No wonder you immediately found a common language with 3 truckers occupying the nearby table. But one of them is drunk and quickly starts taunting you. You know his type, works too hard, doesn't earn enough, and thinks badly of himself. Is it really worth getting into a fight?
You suck.
You finally find a parking spot, but before you can exit the car, some guy gets in from the passenger side. He's furious. About fucking time. Alejandro's waiting. You don't even know where the place is? Jeez, take a left. Intrigued, you follow his directions and end up at a photo studio. Turns out they mistook you for a model, and you're going along with it. Why not? They're paying cash. You'll try to look más emoción. Are you a professional or not? Alejandro shouts repeatedly. When you're done, they pay you a little. You gotta bail, though. The real model finally arrived.
Ooh, okay, there's collectibles too. That's nice.
Not many things in this world beat bacon and eggs. Unless the meal gets interrupted. Recently, she has invested in an Amazon milk frog farm. They were reproducing so fast that some had to be moved.
Okay, well.
The headquarters of California's KCDQ-FM is still occupied by the famed radio host J.C. Leonard. As previously reported, Leonard has stormed the KCDQ building, locked himself inside the studio, and has been broadcasting a vulgar comedy show called Meltdown FM. Guns were initially reported, but we have not been able to confirm if Leonard has taken hostages or if the police are involved. In recent years, J.C. Leonard has become one of the most popular radio personalities in the country, awarded with 2 Golden Microphone Awards. He disappeared from public life 3 weeks ago after an on-air mental breakdown.
Nice avatar. Thank you.
Drug abuse pornography addiction,
How's it
sodomy,
going?
marital
Is
infidelity,
it weird?
and hatred towards dogs.
All right. Almost here. All good?
As you drive up to the meeting spot,
Perfect.
you're almost surprised to find someone actually waiting for you in this forgotten corner of the world. You can't see the driver, but the car seems familiar. It's probably the
Have
same
you played
model
this
as
game
yours.
before?
Good. The duel will be fair. The greatest driver alive. Well, not for long, you tell yourself with a smile. Suddenly, the opponent rushes forward. The race is on.
Oh, God. All right. Hopefully I don't crash as often. But let's face it, I'm going to. 4 minutes and 50 seconds. Beat the best driver alive. Okay. With style, of course, of course. Okay, so goal, run him off the road. Damn it. No! Rah! He's so far ahead! Why are there so many cars on the road? Get out of here! Okay, well. Get out of here! I am so gonna lose. What the heck? I was moving over. Okay, doesn't matter how you start, only how you finish. Okay, we're gaining.
Always on your own. A lone wolf, huh?
What the frig is this?
Not fooling anyone. We both know that you can't stand being on your own. Humans tend to get lonely without a partner.
That's some
And
bullshit right
loneliness
there.
leads to desperation.
Mm-mm.
I can see inside of your mind, Jackalope. I see it clear as day.
You don't see nothing.
Wait, what just happened? That glare, between the questions popping up in your head, there's also a glimpse. Your past life comes to you. You were a racer, and a great one at that, a true champion. But when the real test came, you chickened out. It only takes one small act of cowardice to ruin everything, and you've learned that lesson the hard way. Trapped in a burnout pit, you wanted to leave it all behind, and there's more to that memory, but your time is up for now. You die.
All right. Um, your level of fame is average. Some people have heard of you, most haven't. You appear in the news but are not a media sensation. That's okay, really. Not everyone has to be a star. Your reputation level is high. People perceive you as a righteous and caring person who generally sides with the weak and the disadvantaged. 2 quests finished, 12 drifts, $32 in rewards. You bought the driver's license from Jake. You gave money to the young man pushing his mother in a shopping cart. You helped the boys vandalize the billboard. You helped the woman from the sect. In a dream, you advised Claudia Carnell to learn how to live with the frogs. You fought the wise guys and saved one of them from death. You avoided the fight by running away from the truckers. You got mistaken for a model and posed in a photo shoot, looking cool. Wandering mob killer. You traveled across many states. You risked your life and stood up to 2 mafiosi, whatever. Next. I definitely recommend this game if you're looking for something like, you know. Okay, so we're going to have to do this over again. Oh, and there's different difficulties. You can do narrative, balanced, and I can't remember what the other one is. Challenge. I'm doing narrative so I can focus more on the story. I am switching back to this muscle car because this hot rod does not handle very well. So, especially if I have to do this over again.
Did I get that right, Miranda? Doesn't matter I'm risking a bullet here for taking over the building. Doesn't matter I'm throwing my entire career into a dumpster fire here. It all doesn't matter. I bet no one's even listening to our pathetic Meltdown FM, because it just so happens that on the other side of the country, some weirdo chose this very day to play tag with the police, completely paralyzing one of the country's largest cities in the process.
You can also stop the fear by taking drugs, basically. All right, let's explore. Okay, so we have to go down here. Entertain me. I'll give you 46 if you reach Little Rock in 11 hours, which is like right here. We could probably do that. Sure, we'll try it. No, we can like rest up at the next one. Okay, so best way to probably go is like down this way. You can police chase if you want to, but I'm just like not gonna. Best fertility clinic in town. That's crazy.
You stop to stretch your legs, and suddenly you find yourself in the middle of a conflict. The situation is dynamic, but you gather this much. A husband and a wife were just informed of a successful in vitro procedure. Then a particularly vicious pastor, supported by his most fervent followers, decide to let the pair know what they think about their happy moment. You jump out of the car and get in the preacher's face. No need to punch him, though. Words are enough to shut him up. almost run over an old drunk, so to avoid tragedy, you sit him down at a nearby bus stop. It draws a cop's attention. He's about to recognize you, but the drunk won't let you go. I'll distract him. Just get me a drink, please. Damn it. You drop the drunk off at the shelter. The cop's on your tail.
Of course there's a race. Only 2? Okay, we can do this. Corn belt? Got it in the bag, right? Let's see if we can earn ourselves some style points.
It's the Jackalope. We're going after him.
Why? Leave me alone, people.
Trying to push me off the road? What's wrong with you?
What indeedy?
How are we supposed to stop him? I didn't sign up for this.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, we lost one. That is your fault. What's an arsehole? Get out of here.
That's all you've got, Jackalope? I'm not impressed.
See ya. No. Oh, you arse. Get out of here.
Be advised, we can't follow it past the county line.
There. That's all I wanted.
All pursuit units, stand down. He got away.
Ah, yes. First love. Is it real? Does it exist? Well, let me rephrase that question. First love. Does it matter? No, it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. Why should it matter when nothing matters? We're like tiny specks of dust in the cosmos, ain't we? Seriously, though, When you're a little human person with zits all over your face, 1 minute you're crying over spilled OJ, and seconds later you're pretending you're an airplane and jump from a roof. 1 minute you're in love with Liza Minnelli, the next it's Chelsea Brown and Anne Margaret, and then Trisha, the girl next door.
Get out of here! Yeah, we could have done that way better. I got like 100 style points before. Full win. Booyahs. Okay. We need to get down to here, so let's head this way. Oh. Here we go.
Jackalope. You there? Jackalope. Interstate Jackie. My ex called last night. Angela had a long talk. She wants me back, obviously. Like, I mean, I'm great. When I'm with someone, like, for real, I'm a fucking roller coaster of paranoid sweetness. I buy her meals, right? I pay for everything. I'm Van Gogh. I paint her naked. I cuddle and shit. I'm a cuddly person. And she is, like, all I can see. Like, mostly. We boink at least once a day, sometimes more. What can I say? I just love eating that. Chirpwood, shut the fuck up. Mama's talking. Yeah, so, like, who can blame poor Angela for... Hold on. Riley's farts, how may I help you? Angela? Son of a biscuit!
I think she needs to, like, chill out or something. I don't know.
A man walking on the side of the road is dressed in a worn uniform. It's obvious he served in Vietnam and that he's been on the road for many days. When you propose a ride, he laughs. You made him this offer many times before, and will offer it many times in the future, he says, but he must refuse. He swore to walk this country far and wide, to find out if it was worth his boys' lives. This is what you can make out from this scene. There was a street show here recently, and it turned out the performer wasn't only the Queen of Flowers, but also a thief. The accuser is quite agitated. Noticing your ride, his eyes go wide. It's you, isn't it? The jackalope. Listen, there's an election coming up, and that con artist took my fucking watch. Not a good look for a politician. The police are useless, but I'm sure you'd catch up with her in no time. I have friends on the force. Do this for me, and I'll make your life easier. Refuse, and I'll report on you.
I'm not your hound dog. Alright, I need it. I don't have time to stop, so we're gonna keep going. Because I only have 11 hours to get to that spot with the bet, so.
Your first instinct is to run, but you're curious what's with that weird-looking cop. I don't want to lock you up, he starts. What I do want is to prove to everyone I'm still the fastest cheetah in the county. One fair race, or I'll make life difficult for you. Win, and I'll tell my guys to ease off your focus. You can win this.
Okay. I mean, seems like a win for me if I win, so. Okay, almost done. And she is like far behind me. Sucker. Booyahs!
You people see muscle cars as symbols of freedom. I must say I admire the irony. Freedom to do what? Destroy the planet you live on? You've been well aware of what's happening for years. Scientists, activists, and even the ever-charming Jimmy Carter. They all keep warning you, and yet you choose to believe a comfortable lie manufactured by corporate greed. Driving your ridiculous cars, gorging yourselves on all that meat, producing more and more toxic waste. You know you're sentencing your children to a life of poverty and war, but you're too lazy to give out even the simplest luxuries. Sometimes I think I'm not even needed. You're doing all my dirty work for me.
Boom! Win any race without taking damage? You can't touch this. Booyahs! Damn!
Welcome, welcome. Gather your friends and family, get your children. Have you ever felt like there's not enough time in the day? You try to vacuum, but your arm muscles give up and your armpits get all sweaty? Have you got sweaty armpits? Then you better take a shower, man, but also invest in Riley Snort. It's the best stuff on the market, for real. And it's like available in all rainbow colors. Damn, whoa! Call 0696969. That is 069. I don't like repeating myself. If you didn't get that, you're lost, man. Don't do drugs. You deserve cocaine.
What the
Also,
fuck?
send help. My dealer makes me do these stupid commercials because he's funding the station.
Yes! Woo! We won the bet! Okay. If we go down here, and we have to travel back and go here. No. I'm just so close.
And we're back with Riley's dating game. Who's gonna win over the interstate jackalope's supposedly single heart?
No one.
Well, me.
Definitely not you.
Last round. It's your 15th anniversary. What do you get the jackalope? First contestant, Gigi. Go!
Road safety training.
No, thank you.
You've been married for 15 years, Gigi. Why the fuck would she need that?
Afterwards, I'd give her the ride of her lifetime.
Ugh, gross. Also makes 0 sense. Amy, go.
I'd give her a 10-foot tall white rabbit. Then, the three of us would go on a hot air balloon flight.
No.
Try hurting much? My
Definitely
turn.
not.
We go on a killing spree. Obliterate everyone who's ever crossed us.
Also,
before
no.
they get us, we swallow cyanide pills and die.
Eesh. Creepy.
Yeah, definitely creepy. How about no to all that? The truckers again. Great.
Hustle and bustle, clouds of steam and smoke, roaring engines, a smell of oil, cheap beer, and good grill. You used to love these places. No wonder you immediately found a common language with 3 truckers occupying the nearby table. But one of them is drunk and quickly starts taunting you. You know his type, works too hard, doesn't earn enough, and thinks badly of himself. Is it really worth getting into a fight?
All right, let's explore.
The face of the man knocking on your window while you wait for the green light screams danger. So does his partners. Hi there. In 10 seconds, a woman will cross the street, he says lazily, followed by a bald guy with eyes glued to her ass. Whatever happens after that, stay inside the car. Got it? 10 seconds pass, then everything happens so quickly. Bullets fly. The bald guy dies and the woman catches a stray bullet. The crowd is blocking the road, so you stop the car. It's her, the Queen of Flowers, the thief. Her ethereal voice echoes in the street. Her moves seem almost anatomically impossible, body flowing like water. Soon her show ends. She leaves the stage, chased by sad, longing groans. She's walking in your direction and looks you straight in the eye while passing by. When the queen's long gone, leaving a trail of dust behind her motorcycle, you realize 2 things. First, you forgot about the politician's watch. Second, she's pickpocketed you. This time, there's no adoration. She's featured on the news lately, but not as the Queen of Flowers, but the Queen of Pickpockets. People aren't happy. It's not easy, but with your help, she manages to get her motorcycle and barely get away. You find a crumpled flower on the ground, stash it in your pocket, and get the hell out.
Nice. It's all that's left of the Queen of Flowers. It makes your car smell nice. Sweet. It's not your fault. What's not my fault? What did I do or not do?
Emergency braking, a squeal of pain, a small body rolling under the car. It's not your fault. Not entirely, at least. Sure, you were driving fast, but the dog jumped right in front of the car. There was no time to react. Still in shock, your actions are entirely automatic. Hug the girl, say you're sorry. There's a shovel in the trunk, and a nice tree nearby. Mimi would like it here. The girl's somber words ring in your ears as you finish burying her friend.
Damn. Oops, I guess. Drive-in wedding? What the fuck
You
is
meet
that?
them wandering around an abandoned drive-in theater, an eccentric rock star and her girlfriend, a new wave poet, the more talented half, some say. You know them from the news, sex scandals, drugs, great music and gigs escalating into full-blown anti-war riots. There's a wedding underway. You see the priest, the grandma, and a few friends. A lone wanderer would make a splendid ring bearer, says the rock star. The poet looks hesitant, scared even. It's clear none of this was her idea. Sure, she's in love, but marriage? Here? Now?
All right, we don't need any of that, so thanks. We're just gonna keep going. No need to rush.
They said the shelters were necessary for our protection, but in reality, they were built to keep us in constant fear and to ramp up defense spending. Today, they're nothing but empty, long-forgotten monuments to the Great War that never was, yet terrorized the entire generation. This one, however, has been converted into a store, or maybe a treasure trove. The shabby sign out front didn't exactly inspire hope, but now you have to admit it was pretty accurate. The girl running the business does indeed seem to have it all. The end of the line. Again. The opponent's here as well. You can hear a steady, passive-aggressive roar of the other car's engine. Who is your rival anyway? Where did they learn to drive? How long have they been waiting? How did they know you're coming? None of this matters. You just want to finally win this race. You almost succeeded last time. This time around, you'll be smarter, faster. This time, you'll make it.
We'll see. Oh, you bitch!
So you've experienced loss, death in the family, how very, very sad. How about an eternity in a cage to chew on it? Just you, your trusty car, and a never-ending nightmare starring your dead relative. What do you say?
That glare, that voice. Not again. As you fall into the abyss again, you realize your failures were no coincidence. Something's up. Someone's stopping you from defeating this strange driver. And unless you win, you'll be stuck in this loop. Why is this happening? What's with that voice? Why can't you remember your past? Questions still echo in your mind as everything around you grows darker. I have to try again, is your last thought before dying.
All right. So, your level of fame is high. Many people have heard about you and your journey. The general public has followed your story with interest, thrilled by its twists and turns. Your reputation level is high. People perceive you as a righteous and caring person who generally sides with the weak and the disadvantaged. You stood up for the couple being attacked by the pastor. You took the drunk man to a shelter and ran from the police. You met Marlon Coleman, a Vietnam veteran traveling across the country. You didn't help a politician who was robbed by the Queen of Flowers. A police officer challenged you to a race and you accepted. You took the money from the hitman. People died. You saw the Queen of Flowers show and got pickpocketed. Whatever. You helped the Queen of Flowers run away from the mob. You stayed and buried the dog. You helped the poet run away from her own wedding. You visited the store inside a nuclear shelter. Stealthy wedding crusher. You managed to pass many police patrols without suspicion. You helped the bride run from her wedding. All right, so that means we're on to Act 3. Hopefully, the next car that we get isn't a piece of shit like the Hot Rod. Ooh, we get a European car. We get the mixed race, quest collection, and traffic jam. All right, well, we'll give the European Sport a try. Happiest memory. Road trip. Political views. I'm not into politics. Liberty, equal chances, diversity, and free market. Equality, big government. Blech. It's really more complex. Another day in paradise. Reach Act 3. And then there's one more act after this one.
There's speed, a blinding glare, a car crash, pain. Then you die.
As the Canadian Civil War closed the Mexican border.
Back at the starting line. Again. Racing that ghost driver. Every attempt brings you closer to victory. You can feel it. Don't give up now.
Oh, you're kidding me with this. All right, this also is a shitty ass car. I did it! No. Get out. No. What the fuck is this car doing? Holy Lord.
She's crazy, magnificent, strong. A speed vessel made out of lightning bolts. A raging human storm of, like, pure energy. Ladies and gentlemen, will there ever be, in any way, shape, or form, anyone who could ever come close to that beautiful monster? The woman who, like, swooshed right past these mindless guys in blue like a ghost. It's almost as if she's done that already. You know, maybe she did in her past life, or she's like the Jackalope reincarnated, you know? Because I could swear that. I mean, she's just too damn fast. It's unreal, man. Fucking unreal.
We did not get our style points from there. Oh, Lord. Yeah, we did terrible.
You know by now that this moment of relief after leaving the city and losing the chase is just that, a moment. But who cares? Right now, there's only you, your car, and the road ahead. That's enough to make you feel good and to direct your thoughts towards your happiest memory. Blissful solitude, lazy days turning into lazy weeks, knowing that there's nothing you must do and the journey can be as long as you like. Oh, and the views. Heck, this country can be spectacular at times. You smile and start the engine.
All right. So let's see. We need to. Okay. We need to get down to here. So, like down that way, I guess. Or even like down that way. Let's see. Let's go this way. Hold on. Actually, let's explore first.
You met Sheila in a Japanese bar, half naked and armed, fragile, brilliant, and funny. She's a convict. It's the last night of freedom for her. Enticed by her empathetic attitude, you tell her all about yourself and your fears, and she really listens. At some point, you realize you're in her apartment. She invites you to join her in bed.
The reason I don't mention my brother that much is because he's a Class A douchebag. Haven't spoken to him in about 10 years. I know he's in prison now, but there was a time when we were close, before Mom died. When I was 11, he had just gotten his license. One day I was upset about something, so he took me on a road trip. Took our parents' car without telling anyone. We drove to the coast, walked up the beach, had so much ice cream I threw up. Mom was furious, but only at first. She grounded Derek for 2 months, then reduced his sentence to a week. Oh, it's one of my happiest memories.
You're seconds away from agreeing to give Caesar the Amazing Dictator a ride to a nearby comic convention when a silver rocket stops behind you. Brand new, if you're not mistaken. Caesar hesitates for a moment, examines your dirty car, throws a quick thanks, and hops into the rocket. "It'll be faster this way," he shouts, and slams the door. The rocket roars and leaps forward aggressively. It looks incredible, resembling a silver lightning bolt. When you decide to give the kind-looking older gentleman a lift, you expected a nice chat to chase away the fatigue. What you got is a drunken space program veteran complaining about Jews and racial purity, with an unmistakable Nazi tattoo on his forearm. Misunderstanding your silence as encouragement, the grandpa tells you about his past in the NSDAP and his post-war relocation to the U.S. He then falls into deep slumber. There's only one place fit for Nazis: the dustbin of history. A tacky house of mirrors. No idea what brought you here. You see your tired self at first, but then, is it some kind of trick? Faces appear. They seem all too familiar. What the hell is going on? Overwhelmed by fear, you break the mirrors into pieces. You're screaming. The cashier is screaming. And then, you run. mind racing 1,000,000 miles per minute.
All right, we'll get that stopped for the moment. Treasure hunt. Ooh.
You rarely visit fancy bathrooms and fancy hotels, but you really had to go this time. One thing feels just as out of place as you, a riddle scribbled on the mirror. You stare at it, trying to find its meaning, when you hear a male voice coming from one of the cubicles. He'll give you a clue for cash. You laugh at him, then the door opens. The cubicle's empty.
Down where the winter quarters, souls are buried and Latter-day Saints are watching, lies one other you. Okay. All right.
The impossible creature before you is magnificent. Its horns are crooked. Its fur shines. There's no fear in its gaze, just curiosity. Is there intelligence in those eyes? Is the jackalope trying to tell you something? Or is it just a silly beast, an evolutionary dead end? What is the jackalope really? You're very much alike, runaways that everyone preys on but knows nothing about. You feel at peace in its presence, and for a moment, everything's good with the world.
Come on, man. Can't you just let me be? I was trying to avoid racing in this car.
This is the pursuit unit. We're chasing the suspect.
Darn it.
We're close enough. Time to arrest the perp.
Bruh.
I've lost him. He drove off road. Be advised, we can't follow him past the county line. This driver's a lunatic. A really talented lunatic. All pursuit units, stand down. He got away.
I'm just saying, it is possible for both conservatives and liberals to make sense from time to time. But those are rare occasions, Miranda. Everyone believes they're the smartest, the sanest, and that they're the only truth tellers in the room. And the thing is, neither the right nor the left has a monopoly on truth. No one's innocent in this fight. And the politicians are all radicalizing the society. And what does an average Joe do when thrown into that conflict? If his head doesn't explode first, he picks a side and fights until there's blood. Or worse. No, Miranda. Life is really more complex than the narratives that both sides keep feeding us.
Oh, Lord.
We're at this party, me and my ex, right? I'm high as fuck after snorting a ton of coke in the bathroom. And when I say a ton, I mean a ton. Like, my body's
Okay.
blazing.
Still got a ways to go.
Suddenly, there's cops at the door. I hear the cops say something like, neighbors complaining about the alligator, and I'm like, I gotta bail. So I run straight through a closed glass door into the backyard pool, out and over the fence. Completely forgot there's a slope there. So I fall down 16, maybe 18 feet, break into my own car, short circuit it, and floor it onto the highway. All of it in less than 2 minutes. You escaped the cops, Jackalope? Congrats. But beat this.
No.
This is the pursuit unit. We're chasing the suspect. Driver, this is the police. Pull over immediately.
No.
We are close enough. Time to arrest the perp.
How about now?
I've lost him. He drove off-road. He's approaching the county line. We're gonna lose him. I'm in pursuit ahead of the suspect. I'll try and block him. All pursuit units, stand down. He got away.
There's this crazy story Miranda dug up. Police found an old drunk passed out by a dumpster. Sounds sad, but hear me out. Turns out the fella is a retired NASA engineer. Worked on the Apollo program, Saturn rockets. Plot twist, he's a hero. But then, this old Jew comes to the police station. Says he knows the drunk bastard. He's no hero. He's a Nazi. Another plot twist. See, 30 years ago, Mr. Brown was a German scientist developing the V-2 rockets. U.S. spies extracted him to America to use his expertise. Turns out, in the great United States, you can be both a NASA hero and a motherfucking fascist. Sweet. No, not sweet, actually. Fuck the Nazis.
Oh my god. Bum, 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 All right.
the Canadian Civil War enters a critical phase, the U.S. government decided today to close the Mexican border. The move is meant to prevent fighters from the Mexico-based
Sounds like
International
fake news to
Brigades
me.
from reaching Canada and joining the pro-independence faction. Although the White House has not officially supported either side of the Canadian conflict, it is widely believed the administration favors the pro-British monarchist insurrectionists. This may be evidenced by the recent media clash between the White House and the Council of the Flying City of True Heaven, following the council's decision to host thousands of refugees from war-torn Alberta. Dean Spencer, TN Daily.
Maple MAGA. Such idiots. Trail of Tears.
It's the middle of a painfully dull night. You shut your eyes for just a minute, and suddenly, there you are, in the middle of a phantom caravan. A string of tired horses and rickety carts, hauling famished, exhausted, broken people. Their faces tell a history of treachery and persecution. These are the Cherokees. This is the Trail of Tears. Driving alongside the caravan for quite some time, you suddenly notice an eerie campsite next to the road. As you approach a circle of makeshift tents, a woman beckons you with a tender gesture. These people don't have much, but they're still willing to share it with a stranger.
We got time, so we can stay here. Okay, we're almost there. We're gonna head this way.
I used to be a coward. Last year, we went out for our 18th anniversary. Carl got very drunk. On our way home, walking past St. Matthew's, a homeless person asked us for change. Carl didn't like the way he looked at me. Punched him so hard he spat out a tooth. I screamed. He kept hitting him. You know, the man was begging him to stop. I tried to pull Carl away, but he just kept on beating him. Afterward, the guy's face, I wanted to call an ambulance, but Carl said no, so I didn't. The man was on the news the next day. Appears he almost died. My cowardice nearly cost someone their life. I'll never forget that.
The roar of two cars snaps you back to reality. The yellow one with an odd flashing light is some kind of supercharged police pursuit car. The second one, the fugitive, looks like a car of the future, a four-wheeled time machine. They're coming straight at you. To survive this, you'll have to push either of them off the road. Which one will it be? The time machine chickens out at the last moment and pulls off. Their history.
Yeah, we kind of need the money, so Damn it.
Why is everyone so obsessed with you, Jackalope? You're not special. You're just a scared kid. You in front of me? Ain't gonna last. No! I'm faster. Bye! You in front of me? Ain't gonna last.
Oh shit! You're the Interstate Jack. You're the You think you're faster? You just got lucky. You're no match for me.
Fuck off!
Racing you was the most exciting event of my life. Fuck, that's sad.
You may have overtaken me now, but the race ain't over yet. You call that racing? I call that losing.
We're not gonna make it.
Come on. Shit. Wait, I don't want to lose.
Dude, why so violent? You gotta chill. You think you're fat? Basics. I'm just a better driver.
Come on. We almost had it.
Oh, look, you overtook me. So you do know how to drive.
Oh.
Good skills.
Oh my god. We just like barely got it done.
It's in my contract, so I gotta do this. So, you've got worn shocks. Shocks? God's name are shocks. Guess we're about to find out. Well, I just might have the solution for your predicament. I want to make sure that all of you good folks out there stay safe on the road. With deranged shocks. Great. The hell are they, though? Tired of feeling every single pothole with your behind? Hard stops don't feel hard anymore. What you need is a brand new set of deranged shocks. The best darn shocks in all Arizona. Deranged shocks. American shocks for American people. Ugh, still got no idea what shocks are. But I have a strong suspicion that Durain doesn't either.
Ugh, our car is a beat up. Hate this car. I don't even think I want to use the other car once we get it. These cars have like freaking sucked ass. Alright, let's explore.
At the first glance, they appear to be a group of colorful hippies, but when they block your path, you realize they're not hippies. They're just trouble. These junkies are so high you have no doubt you'll win the fight. But are you willing to attract attention just to save a few bucks?
Can you guys just leave me alone? Bruh, it's not like you saw me, so don't even fucking try. No. Are you kidding me?
Well, hello there, Mr. Jackalope. Good luck to you.
He's approaching the county line. We're gonna lose him.
That's a negative.
Oh my god. Ooh, a chill race. Love that for us.
Your journey is quiet for a change. The road ahead is clear of any dangers. The weather is nice. You can forget your worries and enjoy the ride while listening to the radio broadcast.
There we go. Alright, I think we get focus Uh, the legend.
You help a stranger change a tire. He's broody yet grateful, and you can't help the feeling that you should recognize him. Then it hits you. It's him, the legend. Suddenly you remember. Occupation, driver. Background, Medal of Honor in Vietnam. Former stock car and bike racer. Former cop. Dishonorably discharged. Now he uses speed to get himself off. To get himself gone. You challenge him to a race. With a confident smirk, he agrees. When asked about the stakes, he says he's not after anything you have. You've already helped him as it is. But if you win, he'll happily offer you a souvenir.
Lord.
Oh my, it really is you, the Interstate Jackalope.
Are you kidding me with this shit?
If it ain't the infamous Interstate Jackalope, don't let them catch you. Whoa, folks, you know who I've just seen? The Interstate Jackalope himself. Hey, it's that driver from the news. Good job fooling those cops.
Come on.
Hey, folks, I just saw the jackalope. Lucky me.
Yes.
When my mom died of cancer, I was around 12 years old. My dad just got back from the war, and he had completely shut himself off, spending just days on end in the garage. My older brother checked out too. I remember feeling like it was my fault, being confused about death. It was not a safe place in sight for me. And then one day, my father just disappeared for a couple of days. When he came back, he really was acting different, like he was more at peace. And I only recently found out that he tried to commit suicide back then. That's life, isn't it? Horrible things happen, and you face them, and you try to put the pieces back together. sense of it in your head. Move on somehow. Even though it seems impossible.
Woo!
You find Thomas and his family on the side of the road. With their car breaking down, it's quickly turning into the worst vacation of their lives. And now this, a friggin' con artist, has talked him into buying this beautiful antique Bible. But the one he gave me is a blank. You agree to drive Thomas to the nearest phone booth so he can call for roadside assistance. "That's the thief right there. I'm calling the cops," Thomas whispers as you walk in. The guy doesn't look like a crook. More like a single father who fell on hard times and is struggling to feed his daughter.
I need the money. Sorry, not sorry.
You stop by for a sip of soda. You had no intention of laughing at the kid, his stupid mask, and his stupid cape, but you did. The situation escalated. Now you're standing in the corner of a wrestling ring located in a defunct cold room in the back of a convenience store. A 12-year-old lion glares at you with rage. His friends are chanting, "Fight, fight, fight." You can easily win the fight and the money. You can also lose, because why would you beat a 12-year-old kid in front of his potential future girlfriend?
I want the money. Sorry. All right, let's head down this way, and then we'll head on over.
Holy cow, guys. You won't believe who just overtook me. The guy who's on everyone's lips. The car driver. If you can hear me, comrade, know that I've been rooting for you ever since I first heard about your little adventure. Show those bears how to drive. Show them freedom, Godspeed, and keep the shiny side up.
No.
scarecrow's blocking the road, arms spread out wide as if to welcome you. Why is it standing in the center of an intersection? Maybe some kids put it here to scare a random passerby in the night. With a deep sigh, you get out of the car, intending to move it. Then you realize it's a man. He says he's been robbed, wants some money. It's a lie, that's for sure. You're about to leave, but he grabs your arm. Says road's harder to greedy bastards. His eyes are scary.
All right. Let's just get through this one.
The opponent's here, ready to face you as always. Looking at their car, you realize you know who they are. It doesn't feel like a revelation. The missing piece must have popped into your mind some time ago, but you were too busy running to notice. It's you who you're against. You are the best driver alive. Another memory emerges. Tired of all the fame and stress, you signed a deal. It offered an escape from all the fears and guilt. But the way the contract was worded, you escaped, kind of, and as a result got trapped in an endless cycle of escape. As much as you'd like to explore that memory, now is not the time.
Race begins. Ba-ba-boom.
Again! All of those times you acted like a moron. This is the worst. You're no jackalope. You're vermin waiting to get crushed. You will fail.
What the fuck?
You weak, pathetic coward. justice and insist there are two sides to the story. No real progress is possible because you're so busy searching for a compromise. Okay, here's a compromise for you. First you lose, and then you lose again. Sounds fair?
That voice, you recognize it now. It's him, the trickster. He came while you were at the bottom, offered an easy way out. It sounded so tempting, and you were tired. So you said yes, but it was a trap. Seems so obvious now. The deal is, in order to break free, you must defeat the greatest living driver, yourself. An impossible feat, especially with the devil pulling his tricks, blinding you every time. There has to be some other way to beat the ghost driver and break the loop. You'll figure it out this time. Okay, past me. One last challenge, you think to yourself as you die and dive into another loop.
Okay, last act. You spent a nice time with Shyla, but weren't interested in her romantically. You didn't challenge the silver rockets driver. You robbed the old Nazi, marked him, and left him by a dumpster. You smashed the mirrors at the House of Mirrors. You found a strange puzzle in a fancy bathroom and didn't pay for a clue. You encountered a jackalope, and in it you saw yourself. You accepted the invitation of the Cherokee caravanners. Was that real? You tried to push the fugitive's car out of the road, but it pulled off at the last moment. You intimidated the junkie hippies to avoid fighting them. You challenged the legend to a race and picked a new car paint as a reward. You warned the crook but forced him to pay you. You won a wrestling match with Tiger Mask. You gave money to the scary guy at the crossroads. You perform drifts regularly, show off. You really beat the crap out of that kid. Maybe he deserved it. All right, so one more act. I'm going back to my old muscle car. It handles better. $52 drifts though, one run. That's crazy. I do want to see what car we do get for completing it, but I'm going to stick with the classic. All right, so it's a Japanese car. Quest, legendary driver, police new maneuvers, aggressive racers, and police block node. All right. I'm gonna go with this. Nah. All right, favorite story. The one I wrote, the one that was written for me, the one about the other, the one about me, the one my parents told me, the one that makes me cry, the one that ended well, the one I wrote. What are you running from? I'm not running from anything. Boredom. We'll say boredom. Biggest fear, being forgotten, my bully, poverty, sickness, spiders. Oh, I hate spiders. Death of a loved one, water, physical pain, losing my freedom, tomorrow, harming my loved ones. I'm saying spiders. Ugh. So gross. Alright. Act 4. Time to see.
Civil War closed the Mexican border.
You're here. Again. Still trapped. Yet closer to the end. You can feel it in your gut. Challenge the champion one last time, but be prepared. Since you can't beat them, time for a different approach.
Let them win?
Waiting to breathe again, for someone to leave your hand. But you like some, you just find some, they just go away. You know that they don't mind, they're faceless, stiff and blind, and you stumble, keep the fire from softly hollow heart. Which part of
All right, knock it off.
they won't save drowning on the floor. You stay afloat among the stars. They won't see you about to drown. You are the star. No one can hurt you anymore. What can be done? Before you go, you like a flower on the sun. No one can hear you anymore. It's getting calm before the storm. How many things you do? Only wisdom is
Oh my god.
stories always all you give away to give. Leave it all and break the chain so you can sail away. Wishful thought of ice cubes in the glass. They weren't safe drowning on the floor. You stay afloat among the stars. They won't see you about your dream. You like a flower on a stone. No one can hurt you anymore. What can be done before you go? You like a flower on the stone. No one can hear you anymore. It's getting calm before the storm. The love's alone used to roll away, healing all your road towards pain drifts away. The heavy stone, it keeps you drawing. It will crumble to peace one day. It will turn to dust, just you wait. You like a flower on a stone. No one can hurt you anymore. What can be done?
Oh, we're doing so fucking terribly here. Move the fuck out of the way.
For Pete's Christ's sake, Miranda, why didn't you warn me that the news of the day is Psycho Driver on the loose? I would have rescheduled my little coup. Now I look like an idiot. I'm part hypothetical armed suspect, part former celebrity. The studio is besieged by a SWAT team, and I'm not even the biggest headline? Pathetic! Who's this driver? Why is he so important? What? A no-name who refuses to give up. The chase paralyzed traffic on several streets? Oh, how impressive. At least his nickname's cool. Well, Mr. Interstate Jackalope, I don't know you, but it sounds...
That's some like fucking bullshit right there.
Before you lies the same open road that you have admired countless times before. Yet this time it feels different. It feels final. The story is coming to an end, you mutter to yourself. And then your thoughts drift to your favorite story, the one you wrote. You dreamed of becoming a storyteller back then. So you wrote a short story. It was simple and, let's face it, naive. Looking back, you know it wasn't good. A child's attempt at serious literature. Yet you still adore it. It reminds you of the kid in you. A witty rugrat with a big dream. You smile and start the engine.
All right. Okay, so we need to get down to here. Now there are police blockades that we have to deal with. Okay. Let's see what we got.
You stop to buy some water, and just as you're leaving the grocery store, an older woman accosts you. She says she knows your future and she can reveal it for a mere few dollars. Or you could just buy an apple.
I'll just buy an apple.
You're not one to believe in prophecies, destiny, and whatnot, but you believe in food, so you buy an apple. Here you go, you cheapskate. What? It ain't poisoned. Promise.
Alright, okay, so we can pretty much just like do like a straight line this way with the hope that like there's no police blockades that we gotta deal with. We'll get that bought so we have it for later. We'll head off.
People actually listen to his broadcasts? They listen to that that crook, that little pathetic excuse of a man? Come on, people. Open your eyes and your ears. Let's take a look at that marriage is sacred crap. The whole a wife's duty is to stand by her husband. You're unhappy. He drives you crazy. Well, it's simple. Don't get so emotional, sweetheart. Just listen to your man. And the funny thing is, Mr. Landry, you're the emotional one by your own standards. Yes, Steve, anger is also an emotion. My advice to you, mister, don't get so emotional. You don't want people to confuse you with a woman, do ya? Good God, I feel so bad for his wife.
Damn. Gas shortage. Boo.
You need fuel, but this is ridiculous. You can't afford to wait for hours on end. Gotta find the gas someplace else. Slam! I've had enough with your damn rations. I'm stopping at every gas station as it is. No chance I'll make it to the next one. Sir, it's government policy. There's no middle ground here. Whose side are you on? The worker's right. They're not the ones to blame. It's much more complicated.
Okay.
You know this image all too well. Black teens becoming suspects simply because of the color of their skin and a hothead cop determined to lock up or shoot down some dangerous criminals, even if it means ignoring the evidence. Textbook racial profiling. Yes, the system's broken, but you can do something about it in this case. Provoke the cop and hit the gas. The kids will disappear while the man in blue will occupy himself chasing the infamous interstate jackalope.
Fine, we can do that.
I have a psycho over here that is totally wrong for a racetrack. Gonna stop him. Over. What the hell? Are you trying to ram every car on the road?
Yes.
Brave or still, he's just too dumb to be afraid.
Listen, asshole, get out of the way.
What the hell? Are you trying to ram every car on the road?
Yes.
He's not brave or skilled. He's just too dumb to be afraid. Dispatch, we've lost him.
Oh yeah, that's right, you did. Fuckers.
Space travel's a funny thing. Before 1961, we feared that the cosmic void was full of nightmares and immortal, spiteful gods, plotting to deprave humanity, hating all life, counting the sins of every single human being. The best case scenario was there's this almighty white dude eager to cast fire and brimstone on his worshippers for crimes of extramarital sex or some other petty stuff. But then enter Comrade Yuri. He goes into space and tells us there are no gods out there, and surprise, surprise, turns out that makes it even more scary. Now we know we're alone, because we always have been, and always will be. Just the silly, meaningless species in an infinite vastness of indifferent void. Oh, fuck.
We can stop the fear. We can gain focus. You know what? Let's gain focus. Right. All right. We're still heading over this way.
And now a message from our sponsors. Can't sleep? Fears of twisted dreams keeping you up all night? Are you suffering from unwanted nocturnal emissions? Or maybe sometimes you wake up in someone else's bed, next to a strange man both drunk and naked? You may be possessed by an incubus, a Baku, or a Kikamora. You're not defenseless anymore. Buy the Suspiria AN800 Anti-Nightmare Mattress and enjoy a good night's sleep again. Every mattress has been carefully exercised by the doctor priest, Reagan McNeil. He's a living
What the
legend.
fuck?
McNeil's sacred power guarantees that neither demons
Dr.
nor spells will
Priest?
harm the
Yeah,
use of the
sure.
Suspiria AN800. Call now, 956-437-DEMON. Call within the next 15 minutes to receive a 50% off discount. That's 956-437-DEMON.
Demon. All right. We are going to keep continuing this way. Unidentified aerial phenomenon, part 1.
At first, you take the bright blip in the sky for a star, but then it accelerates and drastically changes its trajectory. A UFO? If you don't want to lose it, you need to speed up. Just as you're about to lose interest, the object hovers over you and casts a beam of light directly at your car. What's that vision in your mind?
Capitalism is the best possible economic system, no doubt about that. It separates the wheat from the chaff, makes society stronger, purer. But contrary to what some phony intellectuals might tell you, it's not all powerful. It's fragile, subtle, easily damaged. How, you may ask? It's simple. Strike at the fundamentals, break the cash flow, stop paying for goods. And then you're 2 steps away from sharing lives, collectivism, communism, a global revolution, gulags, and re-education camps for heterosexual men. Fleeing from a gas station without paying is like firing the first shot. That damn freeloader strikes at the foundation of the American way of life.
Boo-hoo.
He's attacking capitalism. He's igniting a revolution.
Yeah. All right. Keep continuing on. All right, let's head over this way. I know, like, we should be, like, doing some of the races and everything, but meh.
Joylene Somerset. What a woman. She just loves to paint herself as a victim, wouldn't you say, Jackalope? But deep down, she knows she's just as guilty as her husband she both hates and loves. Once, she threw a kitchen knife at him. Other times, she disciplined her daughter with a belt. She told her father she hated him, abandoned her junkie brother. Still thinks she's such a victim? I might give her comfort. Might even hold her hand while she cries and listen to her pathetic whining. She will begin to understand. Bottomless despair is the only way. I'll open the gates for her. She'll get the escape she so desperately craves. Everyone breaks, and she will too.
Creepy. All right, we're heading over this way. Come on, man. No. That's some BS right there. Or you could not.
Ran away? My jacket? What, like without pay? Like a common criminal? No, this can't be. Just like that. Just up and left. No goodbyes. Not even a simple fuck you very much. Damn. I don't know what to say. I'm speechless. Shocked. No, not shocked. Outraged. Or enraged. Like, inwardly raged. Like, you know? The jackalope. Stealing. What would my mother say? What would her mother say? What would your mother say? Who cares? Sometimes one does find oneself in circumstances that compel one to steal. Like, this one did in fact find herself in such a situation once or twice, and simply had to snatch a rotten avocado. What? It was endangered.
Bam! Let's gain focus.
It wasn't that long ago. You still remember the vibe, the thrill of excitement, the sense that a collective dream was being fulfilled and something truly significant was happening in front of your very eyes. It was probably the last moment when folks were not ashamed to use the words nation, humankind, and future. One game isn't expensive, and winning seems achievable. However, it would certainly take at least a few tries to pick up the figurine.
Might as well run.
It's the jackalope. We're going after him.
Again, you could not.
Can you see us? Where the heck did he go?
Listen, that was your own dang ass fault.
responsibilities. No stress. No work.
Oh.
It's evening after a long summer day. You're on a road trip. You hear that? That's the crackling of a bonfire. A pop of a marshmallow. Your friends are laughing. Trees are rustling. Can you smell that? It's sand, lake, and woods. And sunscreen applied to young, warm skin. Can you taste that? That's Maple Brew. We were always there for you. And we always will be.
Maple Brew.
Taste the happiness.
Maple Brew.
A beer for you.
Whoa. Modern. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
You picture yourself as a victim, but the truth is different. It was you who crawled to me. Before that, I didn't even know you existed. Desperate and exhausted, you begged for some peace of mind. You were trapped in your life, each day worse than the last. Every problem impossible to solve. Every decision paralyzing. You feared death, but you didn't care if you lived in the first place. You just existed, and I helped you. I gave you a purpose. I showed you the path. You knew exactly what you were doing, and yet you accepted the contract with relief. You're no victim. You got exactly what you asked for.
Huh? All right, we are. I think that's going to be a traffic stop, but yeah, we're gonna head this way. Come on, man. How many of these police chases do I gotta deal with? You could just leave me alone, bruh.
It's the jackalope. We're going after him. I've lost him. He drove off-road.
No.
she probably wouldn't be if kids her age weren't so freaking stupid. Guess she's too smart for her own good, honestly. She says she doesn't care. But if you ask me, I think it's important to have at least one best friend. You don't need dozens. One's enough. Have someone who gets you. Who knows all your secrets,
You
who's there when you need 'em,
bitch.
and you're there when you do. And you obviously try to be that for your kid, but at the end of the day, I mean, you're just a parent. I can't wait until she goes to college and meets people like her. Mr. J.C. Leonard. Can't tell you how much that guy gets on my nerves. Cheated on his wife repeatedly, gambling, drinking, drugs, the whole shebang. And now he thinks if he confesses every bad thing he's ever done on air, that he'll somehow make it okay. I know I did horrible things, but I acknowledge it, so I can't be such a bad person after all, right? Besides, one woman stuck around, so I couldn't have hurt all these other women that much. Truth is, I see my ex in him. Pathetic little man. Heard he barricaded himself in his radio station and the police are trying to get to him. Sounds like justice to me.
A gift shop, you say?
The woman behind the stand seems ecstatic at the sight of a customer. People don't stop by her little gift shop often. The old lady's definitely not making a fortune here. She offers you some water. You reach for the mug and accidentally knock down a porcelain figure. Tears start streaming down her shocked face. It's nothing really. She'll repair it, she says. But you have no idea how, since her fingers are cranked by arthritis. Was a gift from her son, brought from Korea. A true patriot. A true American.
All right. We're almost there.
Seems like we have another contestant on the line. Hi, Mark. You're on the air, and we're ready for your love confession.
Thanks, Helen. I hope my boyfriend's listening. Trevor, we first met at an arcade, so I'll speak in the language of video games. Without you, I'm just a sad arcade machine. You are my coin. You get me going, light me up, and make me loud with joy. When I'm shooting Space Invaders, you're my shield, protecting me from harm. And for a game of Pong to work, you need 2 paddles. Otherwise, it's just game over. I want you to be my second battle. I want to play with you forever.
Dork.
I hope you'll marry me.
Whoa, dude, are you proposing?
Yes, I am.
Are there any extra points for that? We have to discuss the rules.
It's fine. So we're just gonna run them.
It's the jackalope. We're going after him. Can you see him? Where the heck did he go?
We're gonna make it. Booyah.
The decision to support Israel in the Yom Kippur War backfired as America faces the biggest oil crisis to this day. Across the country, people continue to ask themselves, is this the end of life as we know it? OPEC's embargo resulted in oil shortages in most American states. The price continues to rise, and a change of this trend does not seem likely. Long lines at gas stations are a common sight, with people waiting for hours on end. Oil is being rationed out on a strict per-driver basis, resulting in national hysteria and cries of the country introducing a communist regime. We'll have to wait and see what kind of future awaits us. Stay informed with TN Daily.
Okay, only one spot to go.
This is it, the final duel. But before the race begins, you take this last moment to think about how you got here. The devil, he used your fear, offered an easy way out, running away for eternity. You fell for his scheme because you've already been on the run, from boredom. You felt numb and dead inside, convinced that you'd seen and experienced it all. So you withdrew into your own mind and shut yourself off from the world. You know that a fair win is impossible. The devil will blind you again. But that doesn't mean you're destined to lose either. There has to be some other way. Eyes open. With a menacing roar of the engine,
The spiders are crawling your way. Spiders, 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 spiders. There's a spider in your hair. Fooled you, didn't I? Don't move. There's a huge, hairy spider on your neck.
Fuck. I was actually trying to get into that detour. says you have to turn around. But that would be going back into the fear. But then it failed. What? So let's pay attention a little bit more. Face. Your fear. Break. The loop. You. Have to. Turn. Around. Oh my god. We did it. That was a really good game. I enjoyed that. I wonder how many of the achievements I got. I want to see. Let's see, Steam. Heading out. We got 16 of the 55 achievements. That's crazy. We're 29% of the way there. Win any race with perfect grade. Win an obstacle race. Win a fear race after being caught by fear on the map. Finish the old man running story. Finish the treasure hunt. Finish ransom. Finish the unaccepted change. Finish the unidentified aerial phenomenon. Finish the rock and roll story. There's a lot of stories. Most of them are just like finishing the stories, collecting the different collectibles. So we missed the treasure hunt man, dog takes, tarot devil, rockstar autograph, muscle car toy, Venus figurine, goat boar. Oh, some of these are going to be hard to do. But yeah, it was fun. I definitely enjoyed it. And maybe at some point I'll pick it up again and kind of like continue on with doing up some of the achievements. But for now, I'm probably just going to call it a day. And we'll probably pick up Star Ocean tomorrow. That's my plan anyways. Thank you for playing. You're welcome. You didn't pay the old woman for a prophecy and bought an apple instead. You sided with the gas station worker attacked by the trucker. When a couple of teens were about to get arrested, you helped them by provoking a cop into a chase. You ignored the unidentified aerial phenomenon. You won the astronaut figurine in only one try. You fixed the old lady's memorabilia that you broke. Cool. So, I wanted to like kind of like speed run through this a little bit, but if I was to play it again, considering how many hours we have before the fear catches up to us, I feel like we could do like definitely a little bit more exploring next time. Yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna say sayonara. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everyone.